guys, it's Drunk with Friends. It's your girl V.
This is Willis.
And we're back for another episode.
What episode is this?
I believe it's 7.
Yeah, I was thinking 7 too.
Season 4.
Yeah.
Season 4, episode 7. We're back in the building, guys. If you've never tuned in to Drunk with Friends before, we always start with a shot. We always end up with a shot. If either one of our phones go off with volume, we have to take a shot as well. Real simple. We talk about a couple of topics. Some you may enjoy, some you may disagree with. Either way.
Some you may want to debate.
Say something you want to debate. Either way, it is what it is. You're just going to take it or leave it. Either way, you're engaging.
Right.
in that aspect. With that being said, shot should be poured by now.
Yep.
We're going to start this thing off.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I had so many mimosas yesterday.
Oh.
I mean, so many mimosas yesterday.
You was living your best life.
I mean, it was $21. All you could drink mimosas. They brought out 4 different juices. I think it was like strawberry, peach, of course the standard orange, and grapefruit. And they brought them in their own crafts, you know, like little IHOP Jones they used to bring, and except for they're a little smaller. And then they just kept bringing bottles of champagne.
Was the food good?
Huh?
Was the food good? The
food was tasty. I enjoyed my meal. Some people didn't like their pick, or they felt like it wasn't worth the money. But the portions were huge. As far as like the French toast, they had this big 4 big broche, stuff like that. Waffles were huge. Like the let's say it like this, the carbs were huge.
Oh, okay.
So when they got the crab cake was small, but the bun was big as shit.
You should know if you see crab cake on a brunch, it ain't gonna be like some huge.
No. I mean, honestly, in DC, I wouldn't expect a crab cake to be huge.
Yeah, I went to Baltimore. I'd be like,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's about location. You gotta be smart. That's why when I go out to other places, unless they're near water, I don't buy whole crabs from them. Like, why am I going to Tennessee and eating fucking whole crabs? Why am I doing it? No,
just them frozen and thawed out.
Not happening. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, sorry. What on tangent?
Before you go on that, was the food better at the place we went to brunch or that one?
What place did we go to brunch
for your birthday?
Much better.
That place or the one we went to?
I like that food. They're 2 different cuisines. We went to a Mediterranean spot.
Right.
So I feel like the food for that cuisine was good. Like the different hummus, the different type of small plates.
I like the
mimosas were. I didn't like the mimosas there.
Gotcha.
I like this place mimosa better. And of course the variety of juices always. So like $21, and then you just pick your meal. So it wasn't endless tapas or small plates like the Mediterranean spot.
Yeah.
So I got steak and eggs. And it came with egg, of course eggs, nice sirloin chimichurri sauce. It was like $16. So altogether with $38, $37 for brunch.
Right.
And then gratuity included came up to about $42 per person.
Okay.
So not bad compared to those $60 brunches, which granted they're still worth the $60 because you're getting all you can eat, all you can drink.
Right.
But I'm telling you, there's nothing like DC brunch. In my opinion, I've always heard about Atlanta brunch. I want to go because y'all shrimp and grits and y'all. I do want to take a trip. My brother's actually going to go down to Atlanta in a couple weeks. I really want to take a weekend trip to Atlanta just to do the food, experience brunch there. And New York. I heard New York brunch be lit too.
Never done New York brunch.
Never done New York. I've never done either one of them. I've been in New York only once in my life, and I was like 11.
To be so close to it.
Well, in Philly, it's not really so close. Like, it depends on where you go, right?
Right.
You could be over the state line in probably like 2 hours. But if you go on Rochester, you talk about a fucking 11-hour drive.
Yeah, I think it's one of them things like, you'd be surprised.
Don't quote me on the 11 hours. I just know it's far. And then the tolls. Oh, my God.
Yeah. I think it might be one of the things, like, you'll be surprised how many people are from D.C. but never been to the monuments or the museums.
Oh, that was
me. Just there, like who did that?
That was me.
Unless it was a school field trip,
right?
Now, as I got older and started taking women on dates, this is. I'm telling y'all right now, the young bulls, 20 something museums,
spy museums, they got
those are date ideas, and they free. Well, most of them are free.
Most of them, even still, the museum prices aren't that bad.
Right.
Unless you're trying to be there like you're getting a VIP ticket. Like, I think the Spy Museum tickets we went to for my birthday were like $46 a piece. And but they give you like a badge and you're solving a case. Yeah. You're learning stuff. You're engaged. It's like an engagement museum, and they have different stuff like that. African American Museum in DC. If you're a military,
it's gonna make me cry. I wouldn't do that on first date.
No, not at all. Military,
don't do it on first date.
Military, you get it free.
Oh,
you and your family.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like my sisters came down, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and we walked straight in. They checked my ID, and it was like, you and your family, y'all good to go. Yeah. Like none of that. We just had to reserve the time. Right. But once you got there, you just walk smack in, cut the line and everything.
When I went, my wife's alma mater brought it out. So it was only alumni there and their family, and it was kind of cool.
Yeah. So, definitely, if you're in the DMV area, you already know how DC culture is as far as brunch goes. I love doing brunch on the worst days imaginable. And when I say that, like instance, yesterday it was raining, it was cold. Man, the spot was still like 80% packed. Like regardless, it was like, look, we got reservations. It's rain. We got umbrellas. We outside.
Right.
The only time I don't go is when it's like we're expecting anything more than like 2 inches of snow. Then I'm like,
So fellas, brunch is a cheat code, and then museums. It's a cheat code.
Yeah, most definitely.
Women tired dinners and movies.
Facts. I mean, you gotta be creative. There's a lot of free stuff to do out. I mean, and do it romantically.
Yeah. The art museum is nice.
Oh, you just go to like a Sandy Point? What's the name of that?
That's the beach.
Yeah, go to the beach
and just water.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But just pack like a blanket.
Lord, you remember she got in trouble?
Yeah, pack a bag. Pack like a sleeping bag or get a blanket and make lunch. And y'all eat there and y'all get to know each other. Free. You just not waste the gas. Who's that sound bad? You just use the gas, and you got your little lunches together, but that's about it. She's gonna be like, damn, you really made sandwiches for us? You made, okay, this is cute.
While we on this dating topic, I got a topic.
Okay, listen.
Alright. Now for the both of us.
Oh, okay. I'll say this is a you topic, okay.
Back in our single savage days.
What? Not me.
This young lady was on a podcast, and some may consider she's living her best life.
Okay.
She's living her truth. I'll put it like that.
Okay.
And let me know if it's relatable. What do you think about it? All right? Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm. You can love somebody and still fuck another bitch. Because I've been in love with another nigga. And it's like, I don't love that nigga. I love you.
When a fuck another bitch, that don't mean nothing. But when a girl fuck another nigga, she like him. She like seeking to potentially be with that other nigga.
If the girl step out on her man, she has to be like emotionally not even feeling him no more. No?
I ain't got no feelings.
I'm a hoe. I don't know.
I don't got no feelings.
So you telling me you can be in love with a man and go get some outside
and that's why
come right back home like, yep.
That's why I can understand a man. I'm being real. Like, I've done it. I've literally another nigga and been like, ew. Like, I was felt bad. Like, this wasn't even worth it.
Yeah.
I went home like, baby, I love you so much.
You're like, what was I doing?
Are you hungry? Let me cook for you. Like, I felt so bad.
But I'm saying, y'all be the same girls y'all got. But then if we be like having a side piece, y'all get mad at us.
Who get mad? One of my is married. Do what you do. Because I'm going to do what I do.
So you don't get jealous?
I don't know about you, but I'm going to turn up. Jealous of what?
What if you like him a little bit?
I do. I love him, actually.
You don't get jealous when he go home to his wife?
Absolutely not, baby. I will see you tomorrow. I'll be waking him up like, babe, it's 3 o'clock.
As long as he cutting that check.
Baby, go home. Don't get in trouble now. Not because of me.
Yeah, no.
That's some new age Sarah. These new girls different, man.
Why you smile so hard? Like, relax your cheeks. No. You smile hard as shit in here. Y'all see him? All right, we got proof.
Ain't no proof. I'm just happy.
See, get yourself together, because I'm gonna make this a clip.
I'm the savagery, the savageness of it.
Okay.
I enjoy that. I love women that...
You love toxic women. We understand.
No, not toxic women, but ones that can play the middle role. And 9 times out of 10, you might hear guys talking this way, but it's very rare that you hear women talking this way and own it. And she's saying, like, 9 times out of 10, guys cheat. They might be 10,000% in love with their woman, but they got a side chick they fuck because it's about busting a nut. But they love their woman, and to hear a woman say that, it's kind of refreshing.
Kind of refreshing.
Yes. Now, do I approve of it? Not really.
That sounds like approval to me. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think, because it sounds like approval.
I enjoy that.
Remember when you enjoy
women
things,
are owning their shit.
Normally when people enjoy things, they approve it.
I think women been doing this. Y'all just more secretive about it. Now it's just open, to be honest with you. That's what I'm really trying to say.
It's like, that's not what it came off at first, but okay.
You don't think so?
No, it's not about what I'm thinking. I'm hearing what you're saying, my guy.
So you don't know any woman that share the same sentiment as her?
No,
or back when you were I'm assuming this young lady's probably like in her early 20s. Mm-hmm. Your early 20s?
In my early 20s, it was... I can only speak for the people that I know and myself and my savagery in the past.
Right.
When I was single, I didn't give a fuck who I was with.
Right.
If you was in a relationship...
So you wasn't catching feelings. Right.
No. So
good.
Can I finish? Okay.
I'm sorry.
When I was single, I did what I do. If you decided, I never dealt with anybody that was married. That was like one of the cardinal sins for me, because I'm like, I believe in karma big time on that, on being married, because I eventually one day want to be married, and I don't want some little hoe over here being a homewrecker, right? But when I was single, if I was single, I was single. Right. That means I don't care if number one is there Monday and Tuesday. I may have number two over there Thursday and Friday. Like cause you play the game. You got. That's what you do. Right. You have fun. But when you get to the point where you're in a relationship and you love your nigga, love won't let you disrespect that person to step out.
That's fair.
And that's why when I'm in a relationship, it's you and me, baby. You and me against the world. But when I'm single, nigga, the world is open to me. What you mean?
The streets are calling my name.
The streets are calling my name. So serious. So serious. But that's what I'm saying. I can't relate that I've been in a relationship or know other people who've been in a relationship and they've had a side nigga. No, I think I flock females that are like me in character. May not be as crazy, may not be as loud, but as far as morals, right. We kind of align on that. So, you know.
So, I think what made me smile more was the fact that since the beginning of time, men are dogs and men ain't shit and men do this. To hear a woman say, "Oh, I do this, we do this too."
Technically, since the beginning of time, if we want to go biblical, it was the woman that messed everything up. It was Eve. In all fairness. Okay.
But I'm just saying, it's notoriously known for men doing that type of behavior. Until a woman say, multiple women say, this is the new norm. I think we talked about it before. The roles have reversed.
Yeah, we've always said
the women are the new niggas.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. And I think they started
I'm so glad I'm not dating right now.
It started off with our generation. Like the savagery of what we went through. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because you gotta think about it. Each generation go through their different levels of savagery, right? Right. So back in the day, Papa was a Rolling Stone, right? Sure. Had whole families. Didn't know about it till you got to the funeral.
Big facts.
Big facts, right? That's a whole level of savagery. We thought of it. We thought of it like, damn, that's crazy. But no, it's literally savagery that mom at home taking care of your 50-11 kids that y'all got together, taking care of laundry, cooking dinner, may have had a side job or whatever, doing all that while you had a whole nother family and Miss Rosa down the street.
Yo, how much Papa was making? He was for 2 families in this bitch. But Papa was making that bread.
Remember, cost of living was way cheaper back then too.
That's true. That's true. And women couldn't work, so you take what they get.
Or they couldn't work real good jobs, paying them something really good.
Right.
So that generation, savagery. Our generation, we was just like, I'm single, fuck whoever I want to fuck. Right. We've opened up the whole sexuality even more broader than in that generation, right? The threesomes, the open LGBTQA community started really from our generation expanding, right? Because it was like, oh, he's down low. Remember back in the day, it was like, he's on the DL, right? Yeah. But they weren't open about their sexuality. Our generation became open. It was like, you gonna take me how I am, fierce, blah blah blah, right? Mm. Now this generation, it's roles reverse. Well, let's go back to our generation. We started with Independent Woman. Remember Destiny's Child came out with that song Independent Woman. I don't remember the artist. It was
Boosie.
Yeah, Boosie came out with that joint, right? So we birthed the era of like independent women. Now this generation after us is like, yo, we independent and we're gonna fuck whoever we want to fuck. We don't care if we in a relationship or not.
Sure.
So it's like, it's levels to the shit. Shout out to Meek Mills. Level city shit. And it's been progressively, depending on how you view it, gotten better or worse as the generations come down the line, right? Understanding your sexuality, understanding your needs, understanding your wants. But realize,
identity.
Yeah, identity too. Knowing yourself, knowing your self-esteem, knowing your sexuality, knowing your mental health awareness. Right? Knowing your goals, knowing that you don't need to have a 9 to 5. You would just start up being an influencer if you fucking wanted to. Or you would work from home, working at Amazon, reselling shit. Like, the world has so many possibilities now.
100%.
100%. So, am I surprised that we've gotten to this level? No, because you know why? It's trendy. It's convenient. It's the free mind thinking, right? But that doesn't change the fact that people still have different morals and have more understanding that, hey, they want what their parents have or what they have, what the traditional sense may be. So, do I feel like there's a lot of women out there that think like her? Maybe 10%.
10%?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. And that's a max for me. Because there's a lot of jealous females that's still working on their insecurities, on their self-esteem. There's a lot of power move women, like powerful women.
I think these younger girls are very more self-aware.
Yeah,
because their parents or they have if you were to raise a kid, I think your kid would be well self-aware of themselves and have confidence in themselves. Yeah. So,
but I would also teach them different morals though. Like I feel like, and y'all can say whatever y'all want. I'm here for the comments. I also feel like with her though, there's something missing. Something had to trigger her in this mindset, right?
Tired of being hurt. Niggas ain't shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cause effect, right? So she was like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't care if I'm in a relationship or not. Let's say for exploratory reasons, it was like she got cheated on for the past 3 relationships she was in. So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna cheat first before I get cheated on, and my niggas gonna have to accept it or leave. At the end of the day, I still got niggas. So she literally is like, I got my cake and pie, and they both got to accept each other that they are on the shelf.
I found it interesting when there was a point where he's like, so do you even like your nigga? I like him and
love him.
I love him and
right. See,
that whole level. So if you had a teenage daughter that was on that type of time,
she wouldn't be.
You don't think if you had a niece or
she wouldn't be
a cousin that was on that type of time, and you had to give them advice, what would you say to them?
I mean, at the end of the day, you can talk to you blue in the face, right? You can take a horse to water, but it's up to them to drink it, right? So I could tell them, hey, but honestly, I don't even want to be that person because that means I'm pushing my morals onto her, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
So you don't want to be that oppressive person, especially if they open up and vent to you about it, right? Like you come to me and say, hey V, I have a drinking problem. And I'm like, you shouldn't be drinking. You don't That makes people not want to open up to you about the problems, right? What would be the reverse thing to say? Well, if you feel like you have a drinking problem, what are your steps to do? To handle this? Okay. Are you cutting back instead of drinking every day? Let's try weekends only, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday. When you're home, you have to focus on start winging it, or every other day. You know what I'm saying? But for a person like that who comes up to me, if it's a niece or whoever, they're like, yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck my boyfriend and then I'll fuck my side nigga on Sunday, and that's it. I'm like, okay, well, are you comfortable with that? Are you staying safe? Because that's a big point.
You go to the mom. You got
you got
protection.
I mean,
don't get
this generation. Have you not seen? No, 2021. The STD rates tripled.
I know.
In 2021, we can only imagine.
What do you mean? No jobs and what else we gonna
listen, do? What do you expect for this generation that's fucking everybody with no morals or standards? What do you expect the numbers to do? And then come out with it's a whole new strain of STD out now.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Hello. No. Oh, now you woke. It's a brand new strain that came out, and it's not.
Glad I'm married.
Not with this case, because if she was married, she'd be sleeping with somebody else.
I don't know.
Nobody's safe.
I'm happily married.
Nobody's safe.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying all that to say this. I can't judge her. Only thing I can say is that her morals and her insights are different from mine. They're different from what I want. I can't, how we've talked about people influencers or whatever, the way they dress. I'm like, I can't. They doing what they gotta do to get their money on their business page, whatever. Do I agree with how it does? No, but at the end of the day, she got coins to get, so she doing what she do. As long And even I can't even say as long as she's not selling her body, because at the end of the day, that's her body.
Yeah, OnlyFans do whatever she wants.
Yeah, she can do whatever the fuck she want, and that's how I feel about this girl. You can do whatever you want. Only thing I would say, I would not want to push my morals or what I'm doing on to someone else, and I mean that for her as well. Just because it's okay and that lifestyle works for her doesn't mean that's going to work for her friend or my friend or whatever. Same thing with what religion or sexuality. You don't want to force that shit on other people.
Yeah,
you can talk about it like, hey, here's a bean pie, and I want to talk to you about this, that, and the third.
You took it very to Philly.
Huh? Yeah, I did. Because my man's be in 3-piece suits on corners selling bean pies. Wanted to tell you about Allah. But Allah. But either way, that's
Women
all I got.
Women are the new savages, y'all.
Huh?
Women are the new savages.
Well, and
y'all always been savages.
I'm about to say, in reality, we've always been.
It's just known.
It's just known, and people do it in different ways. People do it in different ways. All right, so I got a question.
Okay.
I got my story. We're going back to a panel. Has Joe Budden, I believe it's Joe Budden. No, sorry. Charlamagne, and they're talking about black men don't cheat. Now we're going to the other side. So we all know the Nia Long situation, right? Got cheated on by the guy who's the what's the coach? What's he? Celtics coach. Assistant, whatever. He is suspended for the season. Doesn't come back to next year.
Bullshit.
Slept with another married woman, and the husband was the one who notified, I guess, the media that the affair was happening, and he found out through Ring. I don't know about you, but I think Ring.
The camera,
because my man came up to the house and had a conversation in front of the house. Like, how stupid are you?
Are you dumb?
Dumb. But anyway, he heard the conversation through the doorbell, the Ring doorbell.
Hey, bro.
And yeah, all that one thing. So I want y'all to hear this. And it's starting off on the topic of Nia Long and the coach, but it goes more into black men don't cheat. All right,
First off, man, what kind of fool cheats on Nia Long? That's just not bad taste. That's bad karma. What do you think, Jason?
Well, you know the person I blame, for real, right?
Talk to me.
You.
Why?
Because you're constantly saying black men don't cheat when you know damn well that's a lie.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, who cheats in here, right? Yeah, all y'all cheat.
No, but I ain't see a black man say nothing.
No, but seriously, I mean, he followed the playbook that Jay-Z laid out for everybody. That you can cheat on somebody who's rich, successful, beautiful, who probably smells better than a lot of people that they've been around and still get away with it. And so, I don't know. I think he's proving you wrong.
Well, black men don't cheat is not just a statement. Like I'm saying, hey, black men don't cheat.
I've never heard you say it like
that. That's what it is. But Yamanika, why do so many men do this? Like it feels like as soon as they get to a certain level of success, they go straight to the self-sabotage. What is it?
I don't know why half the men do what they do, but I know women better get out here and start cheating too. See, that's why we ain't going nowhere, because you bitches got quiet. If somebody's cheating on you, I'm cheating on you, everybody cheating. And we'll meet up on Thursday and get together. Thursday will be our relationship day, since you can't stop cheating and neither can I.
But at least when y'all cheat smart. This man was literally sleeping with the scheduler. So all the time. This is why we have to stop sex shaming. I think ultimately grown people are just doing what grown people do.
But you still got to have some type of discipline, though. Like it's power and self-control, right?
Yeah, there is power and self-control. But
is there, though?
Look at them clapping. How many of y'all got self-control? Listen, I'm a big bitch. I ain't got it. Now, I'm telling you right now. Listen, if somebody gonna cheat, you have to be committed if you're gonna be committed. If you're not gonna be committed, don't be committed.
Kara, talk to me.
I'm a lesbian, so I don't know.
Right.
Oh, lesbians don't cheat. That's what it is?
That's not true.
Okay.
But it's a lot.
All right, so it was like 20 seconds left. So, talking about the topic, black men don't cheat, right?
We don't. Go ahead.
It kills me, bro. I'm not going to lie like this fellow brother on this couch. I know black men cheat. I know men cheat in general. This is one topic that I feel like shouldn't even be based off race. Men cheat in general. Just like women cheat in general. As we've already heard. It's just that women are smarter about it. But men cheat in general. Now, like Charlamagne said, it should be some type of what's the word he said? Be some type of not boundaries, restraint. That's what he said. It should be some type of restraint.
Right.
You should be able to not engage if you truly love your partner or care about your partner. And he was like, why is it that when black men get to a certain level of success, of glory, of greatness, that they self-sabotage? And that's what I wanted to talk about. Why is it that when y'all get to the peak of all peaks, right? Y'all get your business rolling, y'all get your degree, y'all get your master's or whatever, y'all do whatever, open up a business, y'all get bought property, flipping house, whatever y'all doing, and y'all doing a damn thing. Y'all start to self-sabotage. And I got a comment, but on this one, I'm gonna let's go first. Black man.
So I got two things to this. First, as far as the coach being suspended, I think it's total bullshit. Because at the end of the day, all NBA players cheat, and then especially the coaches, they're away from. And then whether you're white or black, I think
it's a part of the actual team.
Yeah, but I think they're doing too much because I bet they're white coaches and white players and black players and Asian players. Yeah, but they're doing the same shit, and I don't think they would have done that. And then also, which is kind of a parallel, Brett Favre's over here stealing money from welfare recipients in Mississippi, and nobody's talking about that. So,
man, like right now, we're not talking about that.
No, but I'm just saying, like, this white man's literally stealing from welfare people, but you worry about the black niggas cheating.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
Anyway, second part was, what were you saying? You said something about black.
When they get to a certain level.
Oh, ego. So, I do think as men become more successful, they do develop egos, but you got to realize when you're in a relationship, especially when you're married, it's no longer about you. And I think one thing I had to realize, especially when kids are involved, it's really not about me. So it's me spending this night with this woman or spending this time with this woman that I'm not married to worth losing my family, worth not waking up to my kids, worth jeopardizing my livelihood, because depending on whether or not you signed a prenup or not, you can get fucked. So for me, I'm more with the brain logic.
Oh, wow.
Like, just because I'm horny doesn't mean I'm about to make it sense. If it don't make sense to me logically, I'm not going to do it. Mm-hmm. So my ego's not big enough where I feel like I deserve all these women, or all these women want me. Because also you guys understand, with all this money comes more access. So you just gotta make sure that your home is built on solid ground, and try to serve that ego and realize is it really worth it for me.
For me.
I'm a black man.
Okay. Didn't notice. Had to put that on the end.
Hate you, yo. I hate you.
No shit. I think I feel like I'm with you on the ego, right? Why they self-sabotage, right? But I also feel like some people piggyback off the self-sabotage.
I don't think they're self-sabotaging. I think it's just ego.
I think for, let's say, our level, like us middle class, regular people, right? I think it's that some men do self-sabotage because they haven't gotten to this level. So unconsciously,
I get what you're saying.
Unconsciously, they fuck themselves over because they don't know how to move in at the level that they're at now, right? Yeah. So it's like, yo, I worked this hard, and then somebody gets neglected or something gets neglected, right? Like the partner or their child or their family, mom, whatever, or sometimes even the job, right? And unbeknown to themselves, they just self-sabotage it, either by doing too much or doing too little, right? And it's like, hey, you don't have to do that. Just keep doing the same thing you've always done. And it's nothing wrong with stepping up a notch here and there, but just keep doing what you've always done and rock the formula out. But some men, I feel like they get to a place and they're just like, they start shutting out their partner. They start, missing events with their children. Yeah. Like that's when the self-sabotaging comes in. You get lost in, I have to be better than this, or I have to get. There's nothing wrong with hustling, but you gotta have a balance, right? You gotta have a healthy balance. Like, all right, if Mondays and Thursdays is your kid's soccer game, then that means you're at the soccer game. And or if you have to compromise, you be at one, so the kid knows that, hey, at least once a week you're gonna show up, and then the other parent could be at the other one, right? Some type of balance. If you got a big project, hey, if you miss this event, that you're coming over after to take it for ice cream. Yeah, what are you doing?
I'll take a shot. I was getting the next topic ready, but go ahead.
But yeah, just you gotta have a balance on it, and that's where I feel like a lot of people don't know, and they start self-sabotaging without having a clear plan, you know. But I don't the phrase, every time I hear black men don't cheat, I roll my eyes, right? Because I'm like, I know black men cheat. I was in a relationship where a black man cheated, so it's I have experience. It's been experience, because if it wasn't true, we wouldn't have the examples we just talked about. Papa was a Rolling Stone with the separate families. It started generations ago, so let's not keep putting this
so maybe
narrative.
we should put a race on it, because
exactly, that's
men
what I said.
or women, they cheat.
You said what?
Men and women cheat.
Agree.
And usually they cheat when they're not happy or not.
People gonna like this. I think it was this one or another clip. People are gonna do what they want to do, right? It's up to you to have the standards and the goof about yourself to be like, I don't want to jeopardize what I already have.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? It's up to that person. Like you said, if it doesn't logically make sense, if it doesn't benefit me in more ways than one, why am I jeopardizing something that has already benefited me in more ways than one for something like that 80-20 rule, you know? Grass is greener on the other side thing. Like, it doesn't make sense for you to lose out on something. And then you talk about self-sabotage. You messing up a whole marriage or a whole long-lasting relationship for what?
Right.
You know? So that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be race specified, and it shouldn't be gender specified as well. Okay. I agree with you on that.
All right. Well, this next topic has to deal with being in a relationship. Okay. And what men and men, women and women, men and women, you know, people ask of each other in a relationship. So just take a listen to this, see what you think about this, all right?
Only in America, you got men asking women what they bring to the table. Can she split the bill? You know, he'll stay home while she works. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's crazy because around the world, people pretty much understand, you know, as a man, you're a provider. And these are the same men in America that complain about modern women, that women ain't feminine, they're masculine, they don't know how to cook, they don't know how to clean, they don't follow my lead, they're not submissive, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck would a woman be submissive to a guy that she's paying for? Why the fuck would a woman sit here and not act masculine when you're putting her in a masculine role? Why would a woman sit here and follow a man that's her equal? You're her equal. Would you follow somebody? Would you follow and listen to a coworker who is the same level as you? I ain't listening to you, motherfucker. I listen to the manager. You're not my boss. I'm not following you. I'm not listening to you. And that's the same way women see it. It's hard for women to follow men who ain't acting like men. What do you expect?
All right. So B. Would you like me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go first.
Cause y'all always say I be going ham on shit like this, so I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna let Willis set the tone on this one.
I do think a lot of people have antiquated views of what the dynamic of a relationship is, and they have to realize what may work for your grandma and your grandpappy or your parents. It's not going to work with you. Even someone what works for V in her relationship might not work for me in my relationship. Facts. What works for me in my relationship might not work for the next person in the relationship. Mm-hmm. So I think you have to be open enough to learn each other and figure out your own dynamic and what works.
I agree.
Now, this whole thing of whether the woman's the leader or the man's the leader, it doesn't matter. It's how you treat each other, and it's how you guys coincide, because she can make more money or he can make more money, but as long as everyone's respectful and as long as everyone's okay with the situation, I think it can work.
Okay.
So this whole thing where I think what he's saying, men are not being men, I think the context of being a man has changed over the years. So, because men are not always the providers anymore. Women are more educated, especially black women. A lot of time, women have more higher paying jobs. So the whole thing of the man being a breadwinner, that was back when women weren't allowed to work.
Or when they weren't getting paid their worth, which we're still not.
Yeah, that too. So I think there's a lot of context what you were saying. A lot of stuff was antiquated, but I do think, like, when you're starting out a relationship, you got to figure out what works for you guys. And stop comparing yourself to anyone's relationship. Do not compare yourself to... I don't give a fuck if it's Will and Jada, B and Beyonce, Nia Long and this other nigga.
Jay,
never... Huh?
You said B and Beyonce, you mean Jay and Beyonce?
Same. Never... Yo, let Beyonce's fan tell it, it's B and B.
Goodbye.
They be like, who? Say no. It's B and J. Yeah. Never compare yourself to a relationship. And also, if you're dealing with a man or you're dealing with a woman asking you, what do you bring to the table? Okay, what's the point of me being in this relationship? Because if you got to question that, then there's something deeper going on. He might be the nigga to be like, oh, I deserve 3-4 bitches because what do you bring to the table? I can do what I want.
3-4 bitches, I can't.
I mean, people, yeah. Anyway, well, she might be. So it's just like, you gotta be careful with people that think like that, but also, if you want to start a relationship with somebody, make sure it's on sound foundation and that y'all understand each other and not compare yourself to anyone. Here you go, V.
So I agree with the first line. I think we are the only country that questions who the head of the household is, or the role of what the role of the man is quote unquote supposed to be.
Right.
I think we are the only one. Now, in retrospect, we are America. We are the United States of America, where people have freedoms and liberties that are not allowed in other countries. Right? As i.e. being able to show your hair, i.e. being able to walk with the different sex down the street, different things that we are allowed to do that other countries cannot. Right. But as far as I agree with something, which y'all might not agree with the whole how you gonna get mad if you're not being a man and expecting her to follow.
Ooh, I forgot about that part.
Yeah, if you're not worthy of even being a leader, if you're not letting,
why does that have to be a leader? Can't y'all both
But it's the fact of the stereotype. That's what he's saying. If you want to be praised, and it can go down a rabbit hole. There's so many men that's saying now, I wish women were more feminine, and they weren't so independent, and they weren't this, that, and the third. Which we already know the whole cycle of having to be independent because they have to do this, that, third, all that. You know the whole background. But yet, y'all want us to be soft. Y'all want us to be this. We don't have to be so this, that, and the third, right? But in reality, the right woman will submit if you're worthy of being submitted to. I wish I had a bomb, because that's a fucking reality statement. If you're worth being submitted to, we have no problem taking the lead. And y'all thinking probably on a mass scale, right? Like, oh, he needs to be making $200K a year, $100K a year for me to fight. No, it's not even always monetarily. I'm not going to say, I'm saying not always, because some women are about that money to provide. That some women are staying on that stereotype, right? And that's okay. It's about their preference. But I'm saying simple things of, hey, can you help me with the dishes? Or, hey, hon, can you clean out the garage? Or, hey, hon, can we alternate dinner nights? Or, hey, hon, let's go out for a date. Why do I have to ask or insinuate these things?
Right.
Why can't my partner be like, you know what, babe, we haven't gone on a date. I'm going to take you out tonight. Okay, babe, where are we going? Just be ready at 7. We'll go. You know, I'll think of something, but just be ready.
It's the foresight.
It's the fact of leading on simple shit, simple, small. That's why when I remember even now, people in the dating pool, like, man, I want women complain about it all the time. I want a man who just be like, look, we're going here, be ready at this time. They want that because why? It shows that you can lead, you can organize shit, and it's the very beginning fundamentals that we're testing in that dating pool. And if you can do the simplest shit as set up a date.
The initiative
and the follow through. It's not just about talk. It's about action. Right? So let's say we did that. You did the initial thing, you follow through, and now we 3-4 years we done moved together and we in this situation, right? Alright, so that means now you still need to lead on, hey, I'm thinking it from a different aspect from what you said. Hey, alright, I got the light bill, or how about you take care of utilities and I take care of the rent/mortgage.
Right.
And the insurance for the house, stuff like that. That's him still taking a lead while still splitting responsibilities. Like, it don't always got to be him wearing the top hat as paying everything and taking care of the cars and taking care of the dog. It's not always those big things, and I'm saying not always, which means that sometimes for some people it is. But the very small, minute things, as in you going to get the groceries this week, or you helping the kids take baths, like taking the initiative to do shit so we both can have a life, that we both can have downtime. And that's where a lot of men is like, yo, I want a female to be feminine and to be relaxed and da-da-da. Okay, well then you take care of everything then. So I can just focus on myself to be feminine. And I can focus on cooking and cleaning and I mean everything as far as, let me be domesticated then if you want me to go back to the 1950s. You take care of everything. But you know what? I know a lot of men say I'll do that, but they don't realize what that all entails. That means you are literally taking care of my car note, my insurance, my spending bills, because I have an Amazon package coming at least 3-4 times a week.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's the little things that you're not accounting for. Right. My brunch bill, like once a month at least I go to brunch. I got shoe dazzle. I'm just saying there's shit that goes with that. You know? The simple thing of, hey, give me keys, baby. I'm gonna fill your gas tank up. The initiative and the follow through is what makes a leader, which is what the woman be like, oh no, you didn't wash my car. So you must want some birthday night, huh? You know, why would women have to get so excited from that? Why? Because you don't do it often.
So do you think most men want this lifestyle but can't afford it?
In more ways than one, yes. Ooh. Not just monetarily, but they can't commit to the actual follow through of the actions. Levels to the shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's like, oh, you know, I wish if I have they focus on the money part of it. You know, if I have to pay for the food, then I better have this. I mean, if I have to pay for everything in the house, I better have this and the third. Which I can agree with. Okay. But if you are not taking care of everything in the house, and we split in both, and you're not leading with the simple shit as taking out the trash every fucking week like you're supposed to, something small, minute like that, why the fuck would I respect you? And then you can't get mad at me for being over exhausted and not feeling like giving you none, because why? I just got all the trash together in the house, walked all these steps, got the kids bathed, cooked dinner. I'm exhausted, so no, fuck it. I don't feel like it.
I feel like there's a slippery slope with that, because I've seen men who do have that type of situation, but it's more full control. Like, they don't want their wife to work because they don't want her leaving the house or having interactions with other people.
And that's, you know what, and I hate that for them, for their spouses, but that is a very small percentage compared to what could really be a great formula.
There's a whole religion based on it, so I don't think it's a small percentage.
Well, I don't know that religion. I'm
all right, Aki, Phil.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not in that religion. So
I know, but you know some men like that.
I know some men like that, but it's still with our generation though, that's like old Muslim.
Gotcha.
That's old Muslim ways. These new generational people, even down to the African culture, right?
Oh.
Even down to the African culture. They want to make the big bucks and whatever, but they still, our culture, like as far as our age, like 30s and below now. They out here
30 and below?
No, you're almost 40, but you're still in your 30s. So I'm just take your wins. Take your wins while I give them.
I'm not gonna bring up my age. That would be the.
I've tried right there. You put a spotlight on it, my guy. But anyway, even in African culture, 30s and below, right? They're now open to their women, like bringing in. I know a lot of African nurses. They make 6 figures You know what I'm saying? They're open to their partner making. Why you think these braids so neat? Because these people's spouses is spending all damn day from 8 a.m. to damn near 8 p.m. braiding hair, getting bread. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they're restricted, huh?
Because you're everything.
I'm just saying it's not as strict as the old culture used to be.
Yeah,
Times are changing, right? So if some of the oldest religions and stereotypical behaviors of different cultures are evolving, why can't we?
I agree. Why can't we?
Why can't we?
So as V pours up her last shot, you can find us on Instagram.
So look at him, black man taking initiative. Come five.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm learning.
Take initiative. That's all we ask for, and you'd be surprised. I'm sorry to cut you off. You'd be surprised how sexed up you would be. You laughing, but I'm dead ass. You keeping the house together. I mean, like, you know, the manly stuff, and even some the not manly stuff. You washing the dishes, even if it's just putting it in the dishwasher. You helping out with the baby bottles when you know she tired. Like, the little stuff is what keeps her happy. Y'all don't realize how much small stuff really matters. And then y'all like, that's all you wanted? Now you just missing what I want? Like, come on, man.
Facts.
But go ahead, where to find us?
So you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at Drunk with Friends with a Z at the end. You can email us at dwfriends with a Z at the end at gmail.com if you want to be a guest or network or do anything like that. You can find us on Spotify, iTunes, TuneIn, Alexa, Podbean, Pandora, Apple Music.
And
we're
YouTube.
everywhere, especially YouTube. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
Like we begin a lot of
and it's DWF Pod. DWF
Pod.
Pod.
DWF Pod on YouTube.
I've had a couple of people ask me they can't find it. It's DWF Pod.
Yeah, we had to change it for certain reasons. But as V posts the live Instagram stories on our Instagram, you just click the link. Yeah. We have a link tree. Just click the link in our bio.
Every damn time.
It's in my bio, her bio, the YouTube page. It's on it. You can find us.
Yep.
And, you know, don't be afraid to interact. Give us your opinion.
Yeah, we've had a really good dialogue last week with some people. They put their stories, their opinions.
You know what I'm thinking about doing? We should do like a section like towards the end of like going back and like reading other people's opinions and talking about it a little bit.
Maybe. We should do that. Start putting that out there.
Okay,
but that being said,
yep, let's take this last shot.
Charles. And you guys, make sure you tune in, tell a friend. Share it on your page if you want. Add us. Make sure you add us because we don't be seeing it until I'm randomly looking through other people's stories. I'm like, oh, they posted that. Why they didn't add us? Add us. Literally add and mention us. That way we could be, and we can repost it as well. Yeah. Right?
And we have new stuff coming for you guys next month, right? Okay. So
excited.
All right. So this has been episode 7, and I'm so sorry. You always sign off, so I feel like I'm terrible at signing off and coming in. Oh, really? Well, guys, we're going to end this episode. This is y'all have a good one, and make sure you tell a friend and share it to whoever you need to share it to. All right? You guys have a good one, and goodbye, fellow drums. See you next week.